Well, joining us this week here on our Bob's Discount One-on-One, Eagles cornerback Avonte Maddox. Avonte, thanks for joining us, man.
No problem.
All right, so let's talk about your background, your history. Obviously, you're playing cornerback this year. So far in the NFL, you've played outside corner, you've played nickel, you've played safety. How long have you been playing DB? Has it been like since your whole life when you first started playing football?
Yeah, I've been playing DB for my whole. Actually, I played a little bit of linebacker in Little League, but other than that, once I got into high school, I've been playing DB.
What was that transition like when they said, all right, we're going to put you out in space. We're going to have you play some DB?
It wasn't too hard because I was already like fluent, fast. I always had good hips, recognizing plays and things like that. So it wasn't too bad.
Did you play other sports growing up?
Oh yeah, I played baseball and basketball, but I played baseball first. That was my first love. I played that for a while before I started football.
Is there one aspect of playing corner that you feel has best been impacted by either baseball or basketball? Like, was it playing man-to-man defense? Was it tracking the ball, playing baseball? What were some of those things that carried over?
Definitely, I say two things on the defensive side when you're playing baseball. Definitely with tracking the ball. It's not easy tracking that fly ball in baseball, and I kind of do it in football. It's up there. You got to be able to track it. Also with like moving lateral, when you're still in bases, you got to go either steal to second or you got to get back to first because they're throwing at you. So it's kind of reacting like left and right, and that definitely help you out in football at corner because you pressing, you got to react left and right.
What did you play in baseball?
I played shortstop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you played, were you like a big double play guy? Did you have a lot of range? Or what was your skill set when you played shortstop?
I had a lot of range. I had a good arm too. So I think ball can be close to third base, and it gets through him, and I'm coming to grab it, and I'm throwing him out. But I turned up plenty of double plays, definitely when I was younger. Other than that, I played a little center field.
Okay.
So I could track tracking the ball. That was definitely a big thing.
One thing, I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. If you could go back to being a kid, like being a little kid, whether it was Little League baseball, playing basketball, football, is there like what sport would you go back and say, like, man, if I could just play like one practice, which of those sports would you play?
I would play baseball.
Yeah?
I definitely for sure would.
I 100% agree. What was your favorite part of baseball practice?
Just the start of, warming up, throwing, playing catch, seeing how far you can throw the ball, getting your arm ready. And then after that, my second favorite part would probably be batting practice. I'd be trying to hit the ball over the fence all the time. It might not go all the way over the fence, but I'd be trying. Other than that, then you just fielding. You're working on plays, double plays. Situational baseball. When the ball hits the right field, cutoffs, things like that. And then you have a little short scrimmage at practice. So you do like kind of like a 3-on-3 type deal, and that was a fun part back then playing baseball.
You talked about the being able to track the ball and play the ball in the air. You've been a productive player going back to your days through Pitt. Is that something do you feel is coachable for defensive backs, or do you feel like guys just kind of have a knack for always kind of being around the football and being able to finish at the catch point, whether it's for an interception or for a pass breakup?
Yeah, I feel like it's hard to kind of coach that. I feel like it's you gotta have ball skills. And, it's something, like I said, I've been working on it since I was yay high. And, I was always like, when the ball, tracking the ball, in baseball or football. So it's just kept picking on and on and on. And then as I got older, I just always had a knack for it, when the ball is in the air. But, if you haven't worked on ball skills as much, it's kind of a little bit hard. It's challenging. Ball skills is very challenging. When you're just playing him and then turn around playing the blur of the ball, it's very challenging.
And then the last question for you. You talk about when you first come into the league, and I mentioned you played all three of those spots your rookie year. Some guys, they need a little bit of time to just kind of develop. What was it for you that allowed you to kind of come in and be ready to kind of wear all those different hats as a rookie?
Oh, my mind was open when I got here. They told me I would be a nickel here. And, when I got in here, I learned a nickel spot. And as I learned a nickel spot, I was just taking little key points out of where the safeties would be or where the corners would be here, just in case something happened like that. When that opportunity came upon, they asked me to do it, and I was hands-on ready, willing to learn. Definitely, plus I have great veterans in the back end to help me out as well. Got to give them props. But, other than that, just willing to take on that opportunity and, try to produce as much as I can to help us win.
Was there one guy that in particular that kind of helped take you under his wing? I feel like everybody's got that one guy that really helped them early on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all them guys, to be honest. But, when I first got in, I played a lot of I played in the nickel, and then, you know, all the guys was helping me then. But then once I moved back to safety, it was a little bit different because that'd be my first time playing safety. And, you know, Malcolm, I sat right next to Malcolm in the locker room, and he used to help me every day. I used to ask him questions 24/7. So I definitely give some to Malcolm. And then, you know, Rodney was definitely a huge help because he was hurt at that moment. So all he could do is just, you know, coach me up. So I definitely give him definitely big props on, you know, helping me out in the safety end.
Avonte, this has been great, man. Great to catch up with you. Thanks so much for joining us here on our one-on-one presented by Bob's Discount Furniture.
Thank you.